February 19th, 2020, a dream died when masked gunmen burst into a house in the Hollywood Hills at around 4:30 a.m. and shot and killed Bashar Jackson, better known as Pop Smoke. It shook the world and made all of us ask the question, what if?
Do we have anything? Hello, this is the fire department. They're not talking.
Sir?
Hello?
Hello?
This is the
fire department.
This fire department's on the line, sir. What is give me your... Hello? Hello? PD, what are your numbers? I'm going to tell them to wait for LAPD. All right. Okay, I'll send them. Yeah, me too. I'll get it going. Thanks. Hello? Hello? Hello, this is the fire department. I know, but you're not talking. We're already on their way. Give me your...
Yes.
Okay, units are already en route. Is the person who did...
I can't talk to you anymore. I can't talk to you anymore. Just
okay.
Come here.
Do you know what to do?
No.
Okay, then listen to me. I'm going to tell you how to help this person.
I'm listening.
Okay, now listen. The person...
Just got here.
Okay.
No.
All right. Now, how many...
Yo, this...
Okay. Listen. Get it. Are you in a safe place, sir?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unknown, okay. They're on their way.
I'm going to sit down with
3 men are behind bars in the murder of rapper Pop Smoke. They're now connected to a deadly shooting at the Rose Bowl.
Bashar Jackson, or Pop Smoke, was a rapper from the Canarsie section of Brooklyn. Pop Smoke began his musical career in 2018, where he linked up with producers from the United Kingdom to form a style of drill music that's very popular in New York right now. What made him stand out was his voice, his style, and delivery. He would rise to fame with his breakout hit, Welcome to the Party, in 2019.
But I have to say, cliche, but welcome to the party. Welcome, my guy. Now, your breakout record, it was really like a virus, right? It hit New York, and then it just spread throughout the entire country. Welcome to the Party is the title of that record. Tell me about the process and the impact of that song.
Yeah, it's all organic, you know what I'm saying? It's regular life, what I go through every day, you know? I just express it on the beat.
Now, when did you record it? Because songs that have broken out and that have just taken over, like we hear these crazy stories, like it was recorded three years ago and they paid like $1 for the beat. What was your story of how you made the song?
I made that in my crib in 30 minutes.
Pop Smoke was born on July 20th, 1999, to a Jamaican mother and a Panamanian father. It was said that he attended 9 different schools growing up, and he was expelled in the 8th grade for bringing a gun to school and spent 2 years on house arrest after being charged with possession of a weapon. That would lead to him moving to Philadelphia to enroll in Rock Top Academy, where he was later forced to leave after being diagnosed with a heart murmur.
Yo, it's a speaker in here. We need a speaker in here.
We about to shake in this bitch. Floss the flake in the wrist. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to shake the room. Oh, God. The room gonna be shaking so much. When this song stop, the room still gonna be shaking, nigga. I'm telling you, God. Oh, God. Woo! Oh, my God. The room was shaking in here. What you said? What's going on? Bob. I ain't gonna lie, I told y'all I had a surprise for y'all. Shit.
I'm out of here.
The rise to fame wouldn't be Pop Smoke's first taste of notoriety, though the first was not the notoriety that he was probably looking for. The popular hip-hop website, World Star Hip Hop, published a video of what looks like to be a young Pop Smoke on a busy New York street, surrounded by other youth. By numerous accounts, one of the youths would turn out to be a young Kimani Kiki Gray, along with what turned out to be several gang rivals. Using one of New York's most popular slang terms, they attempted to rock Pop Smoke to sleep. Acting as allies, the youth would go on trying to convince Pop Smoke to reveal his gang affiliation. Dressed in all blue, Pop Smoke didn't hesitate to put on his beads and throw up his set. Almost instantly, the rivals would proceed to smack what looks like to be a bandana out of his hand and snatch his beads. Wow, what some people say to be Kimani Kiki Gray would go on to smack Pop Smoke while yelling out the word Chappelle. While some would try to use this incident to discredit Pop Smoke, being faced with a situation where a lot of grown men would have ran, he earned a lot of respect from some people. And to try to give you some insight of the struggles and the adversity that it takes to make it out of an environment like this, we don't have to look no further than the story of Kimani Kiki Gray, who was gunned down by plainclothes NYPD officers who say he wielded a gun, which caused outrage in Brooklyn for several days.
By day, a calm scene at this makeshift memorial marking the spot where 16-year-old Kimani Gray was shot and killed by police Saturday night. By night, this scene turns violent.
Now when you make it through that and you start to accomplish your goals, it has to feel good. Following Pop Smoke's rise to fame, he signed a recording contract with Victor Worldwide and Republic Records, and released his debut mixtape, Meet the Woo, in 2019. The mixtape's second single, Dior, which was produced by UK producer 808 Mello, became Pop Smoke's first solo hit on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at 22. His second mixtape, Meet the Woo, which was released in 2020, debuted at number 7 on the top Billboard 200. Now, with accomplishing that in a span of 2 years, it wouldn't be far-fetched to see him with a legendary career like other Brooklyn MCs, the Notorious B.I.G. and Jay-Z.
Is someone that you're definitely all gonna love. He's a young rapper fresh out of New York City who's been called the new face of Brooklyn's drill scene. Please give it up for none other than Pop Smoke! Hold on, let me just take it in.
Baby.
I could recall the first time that I heard Pop Smoke. It was late 2019, early 2020. They had a show coming down to my area called The Big Show, and he was the only person on the bill that I didn't know or I haven't heard of. So I went to check out the music, and I'm like, yeah, this is alright. So the show would proceed to come down about a month later, and I actually didn't attend, but I had a female that attended, and she would tell me how he would go on to do some series of dances that she thought was just funny, and she kind of didn't get, but it's funny. Even those dances became trendy, and you might see people doing them in the clubs now.
Now, when they drop the beat, you'll see this dance. You feel what I'm trying? I know you saying, hey, but it's really like, no, girl. I know, tell me about this signature dance, and you have a few of them.
Yeah. That's just, like, it's organic, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just regular, like, it just make you want to.
Yeah, like, okay, so, hey, okay. Hey!
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now this isn't the only one. Tell me about the other signature dance that we've seen.
Oh, that one right here. Hey.
Now, now in a perfect sense, which dance belongs to? Like, when do you do this dance and when do you do this?
They both my dance. It's just never like. Hold on, what was that move, Smoke? Hold on. Yo, the big homies acting up. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Miami vibes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! Woo! Ziggle not to MLB. Foreigner. Hold on. Foreigner. We acting up. Who getting dunked on in here? Somebody getting dunked on tonight. Yeah. Fuels. So we got the yacht. Yeah, pull up. Come on. Hey. Sit down like this. You know, the real will always prevail, you heard? The fake can never prosper. Hold on. What you saying? Yeah. How much at the door? How much at the door? Hold on. 50 at the door? They ain't getting in. Drive! Those some niggas that shoot you for nothing. Hold on. Boom! Left arm. Yeah. Hold on. Acting up to that. Ain't be some movie. We just getting started. You trying to party tonight in Miami? Pull up. Huh? Wanna go to the store? Yeah. We need that. Yo, look up how far it is. Alright, bet. Did you tell him already? Did you tell him already? It's time. Line it up. Good. And I got a surprise for y'all coming soon, too. Right, boy? We got a surprise for them. Hold on. They see who never fall. They know who's never far from me. Yeah. Don't fuck around. It's family, it's my heart. What's that, little salmon? Mm-hmm. Little salmon vibe?
All right.
Yeah, touch that.
Healthy shit, little salmon, little kale.
Yeah.
So you're living on foul?
Wow. Damn right. Oh, that shit fire. Huh? You said juice. Juice and diamonds on regular run. Big pool party. I'm about to drop some shit though. I'm gonna snippet some shits later, like. It's a movie in Miami. See how we living. Niggas be blessed. Yes, sir. Yeah, you need that. You hungry still?
You gotta eat one more time before you start drinking.
Hold on, show, look, everything. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, everything.
Icy, huh? Yeah,
got food in there, right?
Yeah, movie, película. Hold on, movie, película. Yeah, movie, película. I'm telling you, somebody's getting dunked over here. Somebody, you want to get out of here.
11 days after Pop Smoke would perform at the Hampton Coliseum on February 19, 2020, he was renting a house owned by the Real Housewives star Teddy Mellencamp and her husband in the Hollywood Hills. At around 4:30 a.m., 4 hooded men, including one wearing a ski mask and carrying a handgun, broke into the house and shot him twice. The LAPD had received news of the home invasion from a call from the East Coast. Police arrived at the house 6 minutes later and found Pop Smoke with multiple gunshot wounds. He was rushed to see the Sinai Medical Center where doctors worked on him, but he was pronounced dead a few hours later. Investigators believe that the house was a target of home invasions following a string of robberies that took place at homes rented by musicians. The LAPD first considered that Pop Smoke's death was gang-related, as he was tied to the Crips. They also suspect that his killers may have been gang-affiliated. The LAPD later believed his death was a consequence of a home robbery gone wrong. Now, the day before his murder, Pop Smoke and a friend had posted several images on social media, including one in which Mellencamp's home address can be seen in the background. The rapper also posted a story on the Instagram and Facebook of gifts he had received. One showed the house full address on the packaging, giving out the house's location. But what wasn't known at the time, Pop Smoke's murder wasn't his killer's first.
18-year-old Corey Walker, 21-year-old Jaquan Murphy, and 18-year-old Keandre Rogers were taken into custody along with 2 juveniles this morning. Police say they shot and killed Pop Smoke, whose real name is Bashar Barak Jackson, at a Hollywood Hills home in February. They're also linked to the September murder of 18-year-old Cameron Stone at the Rose Bowl parking lot.
Another big story, a possible fight outside of the Rose Bowl turned deadly hours after the end of the UCLA football game. One man is dead, another one is in the hospital.
Right now, detectives are trying to track down witnesses as they put the pieces together in this case. CBS 2's Lori Perez is live at the Rose Bowl with this story. Good evening, Lori.
Good evening. This is right where it happened. We're in parking lot K. This is one of the outer parking lots of the Rose Bowl. Police responded here to reports of shots fired and say they found 2 men shot, including an 18-year-old who later died at the hospital. Tonight, as you said, police are looking for witnesses who can help them piece together what happened. Police converged on one of the Rose Bowl's outer parking lots just before 11:30 Saturday night after getting calls of a fight and shots fired. Upon arrival, they say they found 2 men with gunshot wounds, a 51-year-old and an 18-year-old. Both were rushed to the hospital where the teen later died. Today, he was identified as Cameron Stone of Los Angeles. We were unable to reach his family for comment today. A friend responded on social media saying he was a kind, intelligent, and respectful young man. Police say the 51-year-old man is recovering and would not clarify if the 2 victims shot at each other or if they were both shot upon. Police are still looking for a motive, but will say this appears to be an isolated incident and not random in nature. Still, locals using the recreation loop around the Rose Bowl today were surprised at the violence here and say it's a reminder to be alert at all times.
That's really unfortunate, but yeah, just try to do safety in numbers. I just try to go in groups and, be safe. Don't go out too late at night, obviously.
Now, the shooting happened more than 3 hours after the end of the UCLA University of Oklahoma football game. The city of Pasadena really stressing that today, tweeting out that the parking lot was cleared of fans and things were cleared out of here long before the shooting happened. We are live in Pasadena tonight. I'm Lori Perez.
Now
CBS
at 11,
2.
we're following breaking news. A rap star on the rise killed during a violent home invasion in the Hollywood Hills this morning. The music world is in shock as police search for the shooter. Welcome to CBS 2 News at 11 and streaming on CBS in Los Angeles. I'm DeMarco Morgan.
And I'm Jasmine Veal in for Suzanne Marquez. Pop Smoke was known by some of the biggest names in the business, like Nicki Minaj and 50 Cent. His murder has stunned fans everywhere.
Everybody's talking about it. Police say suspects broke into his home and shot him. The home is on Hercules Drive in the Hollywood Hills. CBS 2's Tina Patel is live there with the latest on this story. Tina, good morning.
Good morning. Fans are starting to show up to pay their respects. Police still don't know the motive behind this shooting, whether it was an attempted robbery or something else, but you can see that they are still out here investigating and searching for suspects. Pop Smoke was a rapper who seemed to be on the rise. The 20-year-old seen in this recent music video was just about to head out on tour. But this morning, fellow musicians like Chance the Rapper are sending out condolences. They say Pop Smoke was shot and killed during an early morning break-in at a home in the Hollywood Hills. All police are saying right now is that they got a 911 call just before 5 a.m.
The radio call was called in by someone from back east and stated a friend of theirs' home was being broken into by multiple suspects and that one of them was armed with a handgun.
When police arrived at the home on Hercules Drive, they detained several people who turned out to be witnesses. Those men say there were between 2 and 6 suspects. At least one was wearing a mask. Investigators don't know if the home or the people inside were being targeted, but we showed police social media posts that appear to show Pop Smoke and a friend posing in front of the home yesterday with what looks like stacks of money behind them. The home is actually owned by Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Teddy Mellencamp, who confirmed that she had rented the property out through a third-party company. Neighbors say they've been frustrated by the constant renters because even though nothing like this has happened before, they can't keep track of who should and shouldn't be in the neighborhood.
It's close community, kind of, you know, you never know who is going to be next here, and because they change it like every weekly.
And one neighbor tells us she just noticed a different vehicle in that driveway yesterday, so she thinks whoever was renting the property might have just arrived. Again, police are talking to witnesses, but they're asking anyone who might have information that can help in the investigation to come forward. We'll send it back to you.
5 months after Pop Smoke's murder, according to multiple media outlets like the LA Times and ABC News, LAPD has seemed to crack the case, arresting 3 adults and 2 juveniles aged 17 and 15. Now, the men arrested was Jaquan Murphy, along with Corey Walker, 19, and Keandre Rogers, 18. They were charged with what authorities said was murder with special circumstance allegation that the killing occurred during the commission of a robbery and a burglary, making them eligible for the death penalty. Now, Pop Smoke was laid to rest in his hometown of Brooklyn, and a homecoming that was fit for a king.
Rest in peace to the GOAT.
Rest in peace.